Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, let's get into this. So, hi guys. I hope all is well. Happy Friday. If this is your first time tuning in, hello, thank you, welcome. Please follow us on YouTube at Inappropriate Radio TV. Alright. No alien talk, no periodic table. However, you already know the creator came through with a message. Alright. So there's a highlight around pictures, photos, ink, okay? I was getting like these downloads, these series of downloads, and they just kept coming in. At first, I thought the message was for me, right? The creator was asking me like a bunch of questions about pictures. Do you have pictures of your mom pregnant with you? Do you have pictures of your parents together? Do you have pictures of your parents with you? Do you have pictures of all of your family members, at least 3 to 4 generations in one photo, right? Whether they're distant or immediate. And like I said, at first I thought the downloads were for me because of those questions, but then they just like kept coming. So there's something about looking back at our photos across time and ink. Yeah, I know ink. I got 2 separate downloads. We actually did speak about photos, but it was in reference to time and how photos are physical depictions of time being frozen or captured, right? This is about photos as it relates to our physical appearance, okay? And ink. I'm not sure if the creator is telling us to like stock up on ink and like writing utensils. So like pens, pencils, markers, ink that are in photos. I don't know if he's saying we should invest in it, buy stocks. It's about to go extinct. Pay attention to it. I don't know, but he gave me the download across a few days, and then today I was just getting flooded with them, and I sat with the download to make sure that the download was for the podcast and not for me, right? Remember, I told you guys we have to make sure we make distinctions between what the creator is telling us for our own personal, reasons, and then stuff that we need to share with others, especially if you have prophetic gifts that he wants you to use to communicate and assist other people, okay? He wants you to look back across time, right? Look at your photos. Oh yeah, another question was, do you have a photo for every year of your life? From 1 up until this current year that we're in. Okay? Our physical appearance has changed. Our features have changed. There are physiological changes occurring, okay? And it is due to the changes that we're having in the atmosphere, our physical atmosphere, as well as our spiritual atmosphere, right? We know that the planets are changing. There's a lot of things moving around. There are several debates whether the planets are moving closer together, further apart, closer to the sun, further from the sun. Those are debatable topics, right? But there is movement, okay? And that is the one thing everyone can agree on. There are changes. So from 2019, the latter part of up until today, time and physical movements of spirit, different dimensions moving in whatever direction, whether they're closer or further apart, whether, the climate is changing, whether it's getting warmer or cooler, okay? We know that radiation is in the air. We know that there are different gases in the air, and there's an influx in heat. And we know that there are changes that we can't quite put our finger on, okay? All of these different things are causing physiological changes. And we can go so many places with that conversation, right? We could talk about autism. We could talk about the different levels of spirituality. We could talk about how it's making us change and look different, feel different, and act different. It's causing changes in our physical body. So many ways, right, to take that conversation and run with it, right? I got the download about physical changes about, a few days ago. And then the download with the photos, it came maybe yesterday or the day before. And then the confirmations were coming in today, okay? So most of what we've been experiencing since 2019, or the latter part, like I said, is definitely related to the radiation in the atmosphere, and it's leading to physiological changes within us, okay? Our appearances have changed a great deal. Some people, and it depends on your genetics, okay? Some people don't notice, and those of you who do, you probably already know why, okay? A lot of the changes in the atmosphere are directly correlated to our physical body, okay? And sometimes these changes, they take a while to come up. So a lot of the things that we have noticed about ourselves, they actually started a few years prior to 19. 19 was just the beginning of us experiencing the real shift, right? That's when a lot of different things started to occur that we could no longer ignore. And these changes were more so connected to our spiritual aspects, if that makes sense, okay? Fast forward to 2024, there are tons of changes that have occurred, that need to occur, and that will occur, all right? Our understanding as it pertains to the physical and spiritual atmospheres, right, that are outside of us and within us, the ethers, the physical, this earthly physical realm, and all of these dimensions that we are connected to spiritually, and that earth too is connected to, okay? It's all a connection in a matter of understanding how and where this connection begins and ends, okay? I believe the cross-reference to photos has a lot to do with us being able to get a physical look now at how these changes are making us appear, okay? How they're getting us to be able to see how they're affecting us, okay? And that's just how they're affecting us. How are they affecting the planet? How are they affecting our atmospheres? Okay? This is important, guys. Not only does it relate to time, but it relates to our movement and where we're going as a people overall. Like, where are these shifts taking us? Why are we being dragged through the atmosphere and being led to changes, right, that have everything to do with our spirituality, but also our physical selves. I mean, think about that for a second. What is connected to our spirits and our physical bodies? And you don't have to answer that right now. I'm just saying reflect on that, because I was reflecting when I got the download, and the Creator just really wants us to be in tune with the different versions and levels of this planet and how it connects us on a physical and a spiritual level. No one can fully wrap their heads around it. I think looking at your photos will give you an answer. I think you will be able to see. If you've already noticed and you know what I'm talking about, your pictures will be confirmation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you grab all of the photos you can over time and allow them to give you the explanation. Okay? Don't be fooled. Don't be tricked. Your eyes are not deceiving you. There are changes happening. Okay? Like I said, I'm not sure what this whole ink thing has to do with it. It wasn't a dual message. It was a connection there with the ink. So please be sure to do your own investigation. Don't just take my download and say, she's crazy. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's making shit up. Please do your own research. Ask the Creator what the hell I'm talking about. If you don't have your own relationship with the Creator, I'm not really exactly sure how to, help you make that connection. You can ask the Creator to send signs. Maybe this will be the beginning of your relationship with God if you don't already have one. Okay? Be certain, okay? Your level of understanding is only going to go but so far if you don't already have a relationship with Him. Okay? It's very important that you understand what these photos can show you and reveal to you. And also look at other people around you. And I'm sure if you're spiritual, you have noticed physical changes in people. Now look at how we think, how we process things, how our body is maturing. Of course, your body is going to mature because you're aging, right? But I mean, really pay attention to the changes that have occurred the last 5 years. There is no need to feel that you're crazy or you're going crazy. Really try to understand the connection. And we'll get into it later, some other things. But right now, it's important for you to really understand how the atmosphere is affecting your physical self, your spiritual self, and all of even your organs and everything, okay? There is a major disruption in the atmosphere, and it can be divine intervention. It doesn't have to be that your health is at risk or anything like that. None of us have all of the answers, right? But if you can see the changes, if you can sense the changes, if you can pinpoint where the changes may have even begun, then you're going in the right direction. Okay, keep going, keep moving in that way. If it's spiraling you down, you might want to be careful. Okay, make sure that that's something the Creator may want for you. All right, but I'm gonna end it here. I do love y'all. I hope y'all have been preparing for Friday, right? I hope y'all are drinking your water, eating your fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. Have a good weekend. Love y'all. Peace.